Hello, history enthusiasts. Today I'm diving into a pivotal moment that redefined global power dynamics, the Spanish-American War of 1898. This conflict not only marked the end of Spain's colonial empire in the Western Hemisphere, but also catapulted the United States onto the world stage as a major power. Let's rewind to the late 19th century. Cuba, a Spanish colony, was embroiled in a fierce struggle for independence. For 3 years, Cuban revolutionaries fought against Spanish rule, capturing the attention and sympathy of the American public. The situation escalated dramatically in February 1898 when the US battleship Maine mysteriously exploded in Havana Harbor. While the cause of the explosion remains a topic of debate, the incident ignited American public opinion against Spain, pushing the two nations closer to war. By April 1898, tensions had reached a boiling point. Under mounting domestic pressure and strategic concerns, President William McKinley requested congressional authorization to intervene in Cuba. Congress responded by passing a joint resolution on April 20th, recognizing Cuban independence and demanding Spain's withdrawal. Spain rejected the ultimatum, severing diplomatic ties with the United States. In response, the US imposed a naval blockade on Cuba and called for military volunteers. On April 25, 1898, the US Congress formally declared war against Spain, marking the beginning of what Secretary of State John Hay famously called a splendid little war. The conflict was brief but decisive. On May 1st, Commodore George Dewey led the US Navy to a stunning victory in Manila Bay, crippling Spanish forces in the Philippines. Meanwhile, US troops landed in Cuba in June, quickly gaining ground. By July, American forces had effectively crushed Spanish resistance in both the Caribbean and the Pacific. The war officially ended with the signing of the Treaty of Paris on December 10, 1898. Under the treaty, Spain relinquished its claim to Cuba, ceded Guam and Puerto Rico to the United States, and sold the Philippines to the US for $20 million. This outcome had far-reaching consequences. The United States emerged with significant territorial gains, establishing dominance in the Caribbean and securing a strategic foothold in the Pacific. However, the acquisition of the Philippines sparked controversy and led to a bloody conflict with Filipino nationalists who resisted American rule. The Spanish-American War marked a turning point in American foreign policy. It signaled the nation's transition from a relatively isolationist power to a more assertive and expansionist force on the global stage. The legacy of this splendid little war continues to shape US foreign policy and global perceptions of American power today. Thank you for exploring this fascinating chapter in history with me. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more historical insights. Until next time, stay curious.